Introduction: The Path to Immortality, Bridging Knowledge and Wisdom. Welcome, dear reader, to a journey of profound discovery and transformation. You are about to open the door to an ancient world of wisdom that has guided seekers of truth for millennia. This book, The Path to Immortality, Bridging Knowledge and Wisdom, Mundaka Upanishad Explained in English, aims to unravel the mysteries of one of the most revered spiritual texts in Hindu philosophy, the Mundaka Upanishad. The Mundaka Upanishad, like a timeless lighthouse, shines a radiant beam on the path of self-realization and ultimate liberation. Its insights are timeless, addressing the eternal questions of life's purpose, the distinction between worldly and spiritual knowledge, and the pursuit of immortality through realizing one's true self. This book endeavors to bring these profound teachings to you in simple, clear language, enriched by examples that are relatable and grounded in everyday life. Our exploration begins with understanding two types of knowledge the Mundaka Upanishad distinguishes: the lower knowledge and the higher knowledge. The former includes all sciences, arts, and disciplines that help us navigate the material world and thus enhance our practical lives. The latter, however, transcends mundane learning. It is the essence of our existence, guiding us to comprehend our divine nature and the interconnectedness of all life. This higher knowledge is the key to immortality, not of the body, but of the soul, an eternal wisdom that lies within us, awaiting our awakening. In the chapters to follow, you will journey alongside ancient sages sitting in humble forest retreats, yearning for ultimate truth. We will transfer their contemplations and dialogic exchanges into modern contexts, illustrating how their struggles and realizations remain profoundly relevant today. For instance, consider the fierce pursuit of material success in contemporary society, often leaving us empty and unfulfilled. The Upanishadic teachings provide insights that redirect our lives from transient accomplishments to deeper, lasting treasures of peace and fulfillment. Through engaging narratives, relatable anecdotes, and practical exercises, this book becomes your companion in meeting life's challenges with grace and courage. It equips you with a spiritual compass, guiding you to navigate your personal journey towards inner freedom and joy. By blending knowledge with experience, theory with practice, and philosophy with real-life applications, this book aims to not just inform, but transform. As you delve into each chapter, you will witness a shift within yourself, gaining clarity, experiencing moments of introspection, and realizing a connection with a more profound reality. This journey promises to ignite your spiritual evolution, encouraging you to cultivate a sense of stillness and awareness, blending the wisdom of ancient texts with your modern insights. May the path to immortality, bridging knowledge and wisdom, Mundaka Upanishad Explained in English, serve as a beacon, illuminating your path to self-discovery and awakening the latent divinity that resides within. May it inspire you to step confidently towards liberation, viewing life not as a series of transient experiences, but as a holistic continuum where knowledge merges with wisdom, leading to ultimate immortality. Welcome to your transformative journey. The introduction to this text shows how powerful its teachings can be, but the real journey lies ahead. With each chapter, you'll discover new insights that can transform your outlook on life. Don't miss your chance to be part of this mission. Subscribe and stay connected to timeless wisdom delivered directly to you. Chapter 1: Awakening to Knowledge. In the vast ocean of ancient wisdom, the Mundaka Upanishad stands as a lighthouse, guiding seekers toward the deep truth of existence. Its timeless verses unravel mysteries that have baffled humanity for centuries, igniting a spark of divine understanding. The Mundaka Upanishad begins with an inquiry into knowledge, an inquiry that opens the door to a profound realization. Not all knowledge is of the same nature. Here, we are introduced to two distinctly different types of knowledge, the higher and the lower. Lower knowledge, as described by the sage in the Upanishad, encompasses all that we engage with in our everyday lives. It includes subjects like science, art, technology, and social studies, all crucial and valuable in navigating the physical world. Think of lower knowledge as a map that helps us explore the terrains of our daily existence, allowing us to build, innovate, and communicate. However, much like how a map cannot capture the essence of a breathtaking landscape, lower knowledge alone cannot reveal the fullness of life. For example, consider a person who is highly skilled in their profession. They may achieve great success, amass wealth, and earn respect in society. Yet, despite their achievements, a lingering sense of incompleteness may persist, a subtle whisper questioning the deeper meaning of it all. This is where the exploration of higher knowledge begins. Higher knowledge, according to the Mundaka Upanishad, is not about accumulating information, but about understanding the essence of who we are. It's like meeting the artist who painted the landscape, rather than just admiring the painting. Higher knowledge reveals the ultimate reality, the unchanging truth beneath the surface of the temporary world. It is through this understanding that we glimpse the divine, recognize the interconnectedness of all life, and awaken to our true selves. Imagine waking up from a dream. In the dream, you are someone else, living a different life with its own joys and troubles. The knowledge of the dream world is real as long as you are in that dream state. However, upon awakening, you realize your true identity, rendering the worries of the dream insignificant. Higher knowledge is akin to waking up from the dream of limited existence to the reality of the self, boundless and eternal. Understanding the distinction between higher and lower knowledge is essential because it provides us a clear direction on our journey. Embracing only the lower knowledge is like attempting to fill a vessel that has no bottom. No matter how much we pour in, it will always remain empty. But when we pursue higher knowledge, we find fulfillment and meaning that resonates with our deepest core. As we delve further into the Mundaka Upanishad, we begin to unravel the path that leads to self-realization and ultimately immortality. This revelation invites us to transcend the fear of death, embrace the vibrancy of life, and connect with the universe in an unprecedented way. In the chapters that follow, we will explore this remarkable journey of awakening, beginning with the simple yet profound realization that true wisdom lies not in accumulating outward achievements, but in unveiling the inner self. For in that unveiling, we discover the eternal thread that runs through us all. Let us embark on this path to immortality, where knowledge is not just accumulated, but transformed into wisdom and spiritual insight. Chapter 2: The Veil of Lower Knowledge. In our quest for understanding, we are often guided by a bright promise of knowledge, the allure of facts, information, and skills that define the world around us. This mundane knowledge, while crucial, forms only the visible surface of the vast ocean of understanding. In the Mundaka Upanishad, this worldly intelligence is identified as lower knowledge, a veil that conceals a deeper reality that one must eventually explore. Imagine standing in a grand library filled with an endless collection of books. Each book represents humanity's vast achievements, sciences that reveal the workings of the universe, histories that map our collective journey, and technologies that extend our capabilities. This library is a testament to human ingenuity and represents the lower knowledge. It empowers us with the tools to create and innovate, offering immense value and practicality. It's like mastering the art of swimming, useful and often necessary to navigate the waters of life. Yet it doesn't provide insight into the depths beneath. The importance of lower knowledge in our lives cannot be overstated. Our daily existence is intertwined with our ability to apply this knowledge, whether it's solving complex mathematical equations, composing music, or even just using a smartphone. Each of these skills contributes to making life more structured and comprehensible. However, as we become proficient in these skills, there is a natural tendency to assume we have reached the summit of comprehension. To illustrate, think of an architect who masters the science of structures and design, a true artist of the material world. Her buildings reach for the sky, a blend of aesthetics and functionality. However, despite her profound understanding of spaces and forms, she often finds herself yearning for something undefined, a whisper of a deeper quest that her blueprints can barely hint at. This reflects the inadequacy of lower knowledge in fulfilling the deeper spiritual hunger within us. Lower knowledge creates a veil, obscuring the wonders of higher understanding from our sight. It's like dining at a grand feast, but never tasting the most exquisite dish offered. Worldly intelligence and accomplishments, while essential milestones, cannot alone satisfy the soul's deeper yearning for truth and unity with the self, what the Upanishads refer to as higher knowledge. This spiritual wisdom is akin to knowing who the architect is beyond her profession, her fears, joys, and aspirations. It's about understanding one's place, not just in a physically working world, but in the ever-unfolding tapestry of existence. Without piercing through the veil of lower knowledge to gain higher wisdom, we remain on the periphery of life's mystery, aware of its grandeur, yet not fully experiencing it. To advance toward a more profound knowledge, we must realize the limitations that our present understanding imposes. We must learn to look beyond our accolades and accomplishments and ask more significant questions about our purpose, origin, and the nature of reality. The Mundaka Upanishad does not discard the value of lower knowledge. Rather, it points beyond it. It encourages us to build upon what we know, yet remain open-hearted and open-minded about the vast, unexplored territories of higher wisdom. It calls for a blend of rational inquiry with spiritual insight, urging us not only to unravel the mysteries of the universe, but to also seek the light that illuminates them. As we journey onward, recognizing the veil helps us in realizing what lower knowledge is, a foundation, not the finality. Our life's library is thus not a finish line, but a launching pad into the profound, an invitation to seek the infinite expanse of the soul beyond our familiar terrain. Thus begins the quest to lift the veil and embrace the wholeness of understanding, where true fulfillment lies. Chapter 3: Discovering Higher Knowledge. In our quest for understanding, human life often deals with the dualities of the material and the spiritual worlds. The Mundaka Upanishad delineates the two forms of knowledge: lower knowledge, related to the physical and mental world, and higher knowledge, which is central to realizing the eternal self. Here, we turn our focus to the latter, embarking on the path that guides us beyond tangible realities towards self-realization and immortality. Higher knowledge, as prescribed by the sages, is the awareness of the self beyond the physical form. It is wisdom that transcends empirical observations, far removed from the day-to-day knowledge acquired through sensations and measurements. Imagine if you were to view your life like a movie, your body, achievements, and possessions offering the narrative arc, but not defining the essence of the plot. Higher knowledge is being aware of the deeper, metaphysical truths that direct this narrative, leading to the realization of our existence's ultimate purpose. One cannot reach immortality through the acquisition of mere worldly knowledge, cluttered with facts and analysis. Consider two types of seeds: one for a giant tree that offers shade and sustenance for generations, and another for a crop that is harvested seasonally. Lower knowledge can be likened to that seasonal crop, powerful and essential, but its yield is limited to its season. Higher knowledge is the giant tree, rooted firmly in the earth, offering abundance and continuity which far surpasses temporal boundaries. Higher knowledge fosters spiritual awakening. It invites an experiential understanding of our interconnectedness with all life, illustrating that the universe's soul resides within us. This journey of wisdom begins by questioning what lies beyond living a routine life directed by societal standards. It's about contemplating the eternal truths that ground existence and interfacing with the divine presence that animates all being. To grasp this deep wisdom, picture yourself standing on the edge of a vast ocean, knowledge as endless as the horizon, yet calm and profound. Only those willing to dive into the depths of reflection and self-inquiry can begin to gather the pearls hidden beneath the waves. Higher knowledge encourages the seeker to detach from superficial engagements, directing focus towards self-awareness and inner inquiry, swimming beyond fear into the ocean of truth. The transformative power of higher knowledge is best demonstrated by a story from everyday life. Consider a craftsman who meticulously shapes clay pots. While others see each pot as separate, the craftsman understands that their essence is in the clay. This perceptive awareness of unity applies to the quest for higher wisdom, as seeing beyond form and name to the singular material, the divine presence, molds our limited existence into limitless consciousness. This awakening forms the path leading to self-realization and the immortality of the soul, which does not perish when this physical form disintegrates. Higher knowledge aims to unveil the illusions that keep us tethered to the temporal world, gently steering us toward the eternal truths lying within and around us. It kindles the inner light necessary to embark upon the voyage beyond birth and death, revealing an intrinsic immortality that defines the absolute spirit. Ultimately, discovering higher knowledge is about embracing the subtle realities that echo eternity, understanding life's poetry beyond prose filled with fears and desires. This insight, though challenging to master, supports the seeker who wishes to break free from life's ephemeral cycle, grasping the lasting serenity that is both within us and infinitely vast. In this journey lies the essence of the Mundaka Upanishad's teachings, a map to immortality through the rediscovery of self as one's guiding star. Chapter 4: Pathways to Wisdom. In the journey of life, wisdom stands as a beacon for the sincere seeker. The Mundaka Upanishad, with its profound insights, offers a map to transition from the confines of lower knowledge to the expansive realm of higher wisdom. This chapter invites you to explore these pathways, guiding you closer to self-realization and eternal truth. At the heart of this journey is the practice of meditation, a timeless tool to quiet the mind and traverse inward. Meditation, as described in the Mundaka Upanishad, is not merely a ritual, but a transformative process. Imagine a restless lake where ripples distort the reflection of the moon. Only when the water's still does the moon reveal its true reflection. Similarly, through meditation, the turbulent thoughts of the mind settle, unveiling the divine self within. Regular meditation becomes a fertile ground for wisdom, nurturing a calm and focused mind capable of perceiving beyond ordinary knowledge. In addition to meditation, the Upanishad speaks of self-inquiry, a profound practice of questioning the nature of existence and the self. To illustrate, consider the story of a lighthouse keeper, continually polishing the mirrors to ensure the clearest reflection of light. In self-inquiry, you polish the mirror of your mind by asking penetrating questions. Who am I beyond my name and form? What is my ultimate purpose? This introspection gradually dissolves the layers of ignorance, leading you to the radiant self beneath. The Mundaka Upanishad also highlights the importance of discernment, or the ability to differentiate between the temporary and the eternal, the illusionary and the real. Imagine standing in a market bustling with noise and color, yet focusing keenly on the sound of a distant flute. Discernment enables you to focus on the higher vibrations of truth amidst the distractions of the world. By practicing this, you not only transcend lower knowledge, but embrace the clarity of higher wisdom. Guidance from a teacher or mentor is another invaluable pathway. Just as a guide knows the terrain of a challenging mountain path, a teacher who embodies wisdom can illuminate your journey, share insights, and prevent missteps. The Upanishad encourages seekers to approach such wise individuals with humility and an eagerness to learn, as their wisdom can be a catalyst for your awakening. Finally, the Upanishad underscores the practice of selfless service and living with integrity. Consider the lotus, which remains unaffected by the murky waters it grows in. By serving others and upholding moral virtues, you rise above the limitations of the ego, accessing a purer state of being. This selflessness fosters an expansive heart and mind poised to receive higher knowledge. In essence, the pathways to wisdom as described in the Mundaka Upanishad lead you from shadow into light. Whether through meditation, self-inquiry, discernment, guidance, or service, each path converges towards the ultimate realization of the self and the unity of all existence. Embrace these practices with sincerity, and the shackles of lower knowledge will undoubtedly give way to the liberating embrace of wisdom. As you walk this path, remember that each step towards wisdom is a step towards immortality, a step towards realizing the oneness with the infinite. Chapter 5: The Inner Self Unveiled. In the journey toward understanding the essence of life, we arrive at a profound concept, the inner self, or Atman. Ancient wisdom from the Mundaka Upanishad teaches us that beyond the superficial layers of our identity, the roles we play, our societal status, and our possessions, lies a pure, untouched essence. This inner self is not just a part of who we are, it is the core of our being, the ever-present witness of our life experiences. When we speak of Atman, we refer to a truth that transcends the fleeting nature of our physical existence, leading us toward liberation and freedom from material attachments. Imagine a traveler burdened with bags that represent his possessions, worries, and societal masks, his lower knowledge. This traveler, tired from the journey, finally stops by a still lake. At this lake, he encounters a curious thing. The bags are lifted, and all that remains is his reflection in the clear water. Similarly, the path to discovering the Atman requires us to let go of these bags, our superficial identities, and to see the reflection of our true self, unencumbered by the layers of extrinsic influence. Consider a drop of water falling freely, thinking it is separate. Upon merging with the ocean, it realizes its true nature is not limited to a drop, but part of a vast, boundless expanse. This mirrors the realization of the Atman when we peel away the illusion of separateness. Recognizing our Atman allows us to see ourselves as part of something greater, connected to a universal wholeness that transcends individuality. This understanding dissolves our material attachments, much like the drop shedding its limiting self-view to embrace oceanic oneness. In practical terms, embracing the Atman begins with introspection and empathy. A person living a hectic city life, constantly chasing goals, status, and wealth, may suddenly feel emptiness despite achieving success. This is common when we measure our lives against external measures, losing sight of our inner truth. Turning inward, one may discover that true contentment comes from living authentically, aligned with inner values like compassion, kindness, and love, attributes of the Atman. Additionally, the experience of unconditional love provides a glimpse into understanding the Atman. Parents often find this in the bond they have with their child, where love transcends all conditions and attachments. In such moments, the Atman becomes visible, reminding us of a connection that surpasses material and egoistic binds, guiding us gently towards true liberation. As we delve deeper into knowing our Atman, we become less swayed by the external world and its transient nature. The fear of loss diminishes as we comprehend that our true self remains untouched by the rise and fall of fortunes, successes, or failures. Such understanding is liberation and the joyous enlightenment that accompanies the unveiling of the Atman. The Mundaka Upanishad implores us to imagine ourselves like an arrow shot towards a target. The target is the ultimate truth, our true self, the Atman. To hit this target, concentration and clarity of vision are essential. This calm focus is what enables us to shed ignorance, like a cloudy veil that obscures our inner light. Upon this path to liberation, we are not journeying outward but inward, towards a profound realization that we are more than what the eye can see. This journey to connect with the Atman is not a hermit's calling for solitude, but an invitation to each of us to live fully aware of the profound truth within. By unveiling the Atman, we tap into an endless source of wisdom, compassion, and presence. We learn to dwell within a perpetual state of being that offers freedom. We are freed from the need to chase identity through possessions and titles. This unmasking is the treasure of self-realization, leading us inevitably toward peace and oneness. The realization of Atman thereby gifts us immortality in the sense of timeless coexistence with all that is, for we come to know ourselves as part of an eternal. Chapter 6, Overcoming Obstacles on the Path. In the journey towards spiritual enlightenment and realizing one's true self, challenges are as certain as the rising sun. Like a traveler embarking on a long voyage, the seeker must be prepared to navigate storms that threaten to deter them from their path. The Mundaka Upanishad gently guides us, reminding us that every obstacle has a lesson, a hidden gift for growth and understanding. Recognizing internal barriers. One of the most profound hurdles in the pursuit of higher knowledge is our own mind. Doubts may cloud our vision, fears may bind us, and preconceived notions may tether us to the ground. Imagine a caterpillar doubting its own ability to transform. If it held on to this disbelief, it would never experience the freedom of flight as a butterfly. The wisdom shared within the Upanishad encourages us to recognize these whispering critics of the mind for what they are, illusions. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, we sharpen our awareness, enabling us to separate the noise from the truth, the shadows from the light. Stories of struggle and triumph. Take the story of Ravi, a seeker deeply entrenched in his spiritual quest. He found himself at a standstill, frustrated by his inability to progress as swiftly as he had hoped. Desperate, he turned to his teacher for guidance. His teacher offered him a simple, yet profound exercise: to observe a tree every day, noting its subtle changes. Over weeks, Ravi began to understand the patient, gradual growth of the tree and witnessed the beauty in its slow change. Through this, he gleaned wisdom for his own path. Growth is not a sprint, but a marathon. His perceived obstacle was his impatience, which he overcame by embracing the rhythm of natural progress. Overcoming external challenges. In addition to inner barriers, seekers often encounter external obstacles. These may manifest as time constraints, societal expectations, or familial responsibilities. The key lies in maintaining a harmonious balance, ensuring that the pursuit of spiritual knowledge does not become a source of friction in daily life. The story of Mira, a modern-day seeker, serves as a guiding light. Mira balanced her demanding career with her spiritual pursuits by integrating simple practices into her day. She found moments for mindfulness during her commute, whispered affirmations during quiet breaks, and cultivated gratitude at each day's end. Her journey reminds us that spirituality is not an isolated path, but intertwined with every facet of life. Practical strategies for overcoming challenges. When faced with obstacles, it's important to adopt practical strategies. Consistent practice, regardless of obstacles, is crucial. Establishing a daily routine, however modest, creates a sanctuary that strengthens resilience. Surrounding oneself with a supportive community, much like a circle of trees buffering a tender sapling, can offer the encouragement needed to persevere. Moreover, embracing each setback as a learning opportunity transforms the journey. Failures are not definitive endpoints, but rather signposts pointing toward deeper insights. When the path seems unclear, it often helps to revisit the foundational question: why did I begin this journey? This clarifies purpose and rekindles the initial zeal that set us on our way. A continuous journey. As the Upanishad suggests, overcoming obstacles is a continuous, evolving process. Each challenge surmounted heralds a new understanding, a closer step to self-realization. Every resolved hurdle adds a brushstroke to the masterpiece of our spiritual canvas. Through perseverance and the application of ancient wisdom, we learn to navigate the challenges of the path not as insurmountable giants, but as integral elements of our spiritual evolution. Such is the beauty of the journey, where obstacles transform from mere roadblocks into stepping stones guiding us toward immortality. Chapter 7. Guided by the Light of Wisdom. As we journey through life, exploring the depths of knowledge and the heights of wisdom, we realize the immense value of guidance. In Mundaka Upanishad, the role of a teacher, or a guru, is paramount in leading us towards self-realization. A teacher does not merely impart knowledge. They illuminate the path to wisdom, much like the lighthouse guiding ships through treacherous waters. Imagine you're in a dense forest, surrounded by a thick veil of fog. Alone, every step is fraught with uncertainty. However, a guide would know the trails, the hidden pitfalls, and the safest routes to your destination. This person serves as a beacon, much like a guru in our spiritual quest. The role of a teacher. A genuine teacher is not someone who provides answers to every question, but someone who instills in you the ardor to seek your own truths. Their role is to ignite a spark of curiosity, to challenge you to look deeper, and to encourage you to embrace the unknown. They are like gardeners, nurturing the seeds of wisdom within each student, with patience and care, allowing them to blossom at their own pace. In our day-to-day life, the essence of a teacher can be found in unexpected places. Consider the quiet wisdom of nature. A tree teaches patience as it grows, season after season, rooted firmly, yet reaching skyward. Similarly, a sunrise might teach us resilience, reminding us that light will always follow darkness. The world around us is rich with teachers if we choose to see and learn from the lessons they offer. Finding a guru in everyday life. The search for a guru doesn't mean embarking on a physical pilgrimage alone. Instead, it often begins with an inner journey. Reflect on your actions, words, and thoughts. Observe and acknowledge the lessons hidden within life's simplest moments. We tend to believe wisdom lies with those who are older or more experienced, but often, the profound insights can come from a child who sees the world filled with wonder and curiosity. Being open to learning through everyday experiences is a vital step toward wisdom. When stressed or confused, pause and ask, "What is this moment teaching me?" This simple question can transform mundane experiences into enlightening moments. Listening to the inner teacher. While external teachers are vital, Mundaka Upanishad reminds us that the greatest guru resides within, our own higher self. This inner guide is finely attuned to the wisdom of the universe. Cultivating a relationship with this inner teacher requires stillness, reflection, and above all, trust. Engage in practices that foster inner listening, meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature. These practices help you tune into your deeper wisdom, aligning your everyday actions with your highest values and insights. Conclusion: guidance and independence. A true teacher teaches you how to walk your own path. With time, their role transitions from a lighthouse to a gentle guide, allowing you to discover the strength within yourself. The light of wisdom they impart becomes a lasting companion on the journey to immortality, illuminating even the darkest paths. Remember, the journey itself is as important as the destination. Every step, guided by wisdom, either from a teacher or from within, contributes to the unfolding of your inner truth. Embrace each moment with an open heart and mind, and let the light of wisdom guide you ever closer to self-realization and lasting peace. Chapter 8: Illusions and Realities. In our journey through life, we often find ourselves caught up in the relentless whirlpool of illusions, mistaking them for reality. These illusions, akin to a mirage in the desert, can obscure our vision and lead us astray from the path to true wisdom and inner peace. To truly understand the essence of who we are and the eternal truths of existence, we must learn to discern between what is real and what is merely transient. The mirage of materialism. Consider the allure of material wealth. In today's world, success is often measured by the accumulation of possessions and the status they bring. We chase after money, cars, and houses, believing they will bring us happiness. Yet, like a mirage, these objects of desire offer only fleeting joy. Have you ever noticed how a new gadget or piece of clothing brings excitement, only for the thrill to fade away after a short while? This is the nature of illusions. They promise permanence but deliver temporality. To truly grasp reality, one must look beyond the surface. Material possessions, although necessary to a degree, are part of what the ancient seers called Maya, the great illusion. They are transient, ever-changing, and ultimately unsatisfying. True contentment arises not from external acquisitions, but from inner self-realization. The deception of self-image. Another powerful illusion is the one related to our self-image. Social media, for instance, often pressures us into curating a version of ourselves that seems impeccable and enviable. We present a highlight reel of our lives, hiding the struggles and flaws. Others do the same, giving rise to feelings of inadequacy and envy as we compare our entire being to someone else's edited moments. However, this constructed self is but a shadow of our true essence. We are much more than our photos, statuses, or followers. Recognizing this can free us from the grip of illusions and allow us to embrace our authentic selves, acknowledging both strengths and vulnerabilities. Real versus transient relationships. The realm of relationships offers another viewpoint on illusions and realities. Some relationships are built on transient attractions or superficial commitments. They fade under the pressures of time and circumstance, leaving behind lessons but little enduring substance. True, meaningful connections withstand the trials of life. They are grounded in mutual respect, love, and understanding, not in the fleeting excitement of initial attractions. To nurture lasting relationships, we must see beyond temporary emotions and focus on cultivating deep, sincere bonds. This means valuing presence over pretense, support over superficiality, perception and reality. Our perceptions can be deceptive, clouded by experiences, biases, and emotions. They can skew our understanding and lead us to take illusions for reality. It's like viewing the world through different colored lenses, where each color alters our perception. To uncover reality, we must clear our lenses, seeking clarity and truth through introspection and self-awareness. Meditation, mindfulness, and reflection are invaluable tools for illuminating the mind and dispelling illusions. They guide us to perceive the world and ourselves with clarity, revealing the underlying realities of life. Journey beyond illusion. Recognizing and navigating through illusions is a journey, not a destination. It requires persistence, humility, and a willingness to question and redefine our views. The Mundaka Upanishad reminds us that beyond the veil of illusion lies a profound truth, the realization of our inner self, which is unbound by time and change. Through this realization, we bridge the gap between knowledge and wisdom, attaining a deeper understanding of our place in the tapestry of existence. As we continue on our path, let us challenge our illusions and strive to embrace reality, knowing that this quest is integral to our spiritual evolution. In the end, life is a beautiful dance of illusions and realities, each reflecting lessons essentia. Chapter 9: Immortality and the Fear of Death. Imagine standing at the shoreline, watching the waves break and retreat, each wave a representation of life's precious and fleeting moments. As we observe this natural rhythm, we can reflect on the mysteries of life and death, the inevitable and shared destiny of all living beings. For many, the idea of death evokes fear, a fear deeply ingrained in the human psyche. Yet, the Mundaka Upanishad offers profound wisdom, teaching that immortality is not merely the continuation of physical life, but the recognition of our true, eternal nature. In our everyday lives, we often hear phrases like "life is short" or "live life to the fullest." These sayings remind us of life's impermanence. Yet, what if the key to true peace lies not in fearing death, but in understanding and embracing our inherent immortality? The wisdom of the Upanishad guides us toward this realization by revealing the distinction between who we think we are and our deeper, eternal essence. To understand immortality, we must first acknowledge that we are more than our physical bodies. Consider an actor on a stage. They wear different costumes and play various roles, but beneath it all, they remain unchanged. Similarly, we too are players on the stage of life. Our roles are temporary, but our true self is everlasting. Self-realization, the cornerstone of higher knowledge, teaches us to see beyond these roles, beyond the superficial layers of existence, and to identify with the soul, the consciousness that is untouched by time or decay. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery, we may realize that fear is rooted in a misunderstanding of our true nature. It is like standing in a dark room, perceiving threats that dissipate when the lights come on. Self-realization is that light, revealing that death is not an end, but a transition. Just as one changes worn-out clothes, the soul transitions from one life to another, maintaining its essence undeterred by the physical cessation. Real-world experiences can bring this ancient wisdom to life. Think of figures who have changed the course of history, Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr., for instance. Their physical bodies no longer walk this earth, yet their influence and spirit continue to inspire generations. Through their actions, they demonstrated that the essence of immortality is to live a life of purpose, anchored in truth and awareness, thus transcending the temporal boundaries of physical existence. In moments of solitude and reflection, when the fear of death may cloud our thoughts, the teachings of the Mundaka Upanishad can offer solace. It reminds us that immortality is not an elusive goal, but a realization of the truth within. When we experience our interconnectedness with the universe, life transforms, and the inevitable transition called death loses its sting. Instead of fear, there emerges a serene acceptance that what truly exists never perishes. The path to overcoming the fear of death lies in understanding life's realities, experiencing the light of self-realization, and acknowledging the expansive nature of our true being. This realization is not merely philosophical, but deeply practical, offering tranquility and courage as we embrace the mystery of existence. As we close this chapter, let us carry forward the peace gifted by this understanding. Immortality is our birthright, not in the sense of endless days, but in recognizing the eternity of our spirit. By transcending the fear of death, we step into a realm of eternal joy, where our lives are a celebration of the divinity that dwells within us. Thus, with each wave that breaks at the shore, let us find comfort in knowing that the ocean of our true self is boundless and enduring. Chapter 10: The Interconnectedness of All Being. In the vast web of life, the Mundaka Upanishad invites us to recognize a profound truth. All existence is interconnected. This realization isn't merely a poetic notion. It reaches the depths of spiritual understanding and alters the way we perceive the world and our place within it. The web of life. Imagine a spider's web. Each strand is integral, contributing to the entire structure's strength and harmony. Similarly, in our world, everything is interlinked, from the smallest blade of grass to the mighty mountain peaks. The Mundaka Upanishad teaches us that nothing exists in isolation. Every action, every thought, and every being is a part of a larger, divine tapestry. Ecological harmony. Take the natural world as an example. Consider how forests, rivers, and animals create ecosystems that sustain life. Trees release oxygen, supporting animals and humans. In return, animals help trees by spreading seeds and fertilizing the soil. This reciprocal relationship demonstrates the interconnectedness described in ancient texts. Understanding this can transform our behavior, encouraging us to respect and preserve nature because harming one part affects the whole, a truth we see in climate change and environmental degradation. Social interconnection. This concept extends beyond ecology into our social lives. Every individual is part of a larger community, just as each cell in our body forms part of a living organism. Our actions have rippling impacts. A smile shared can brighten someone's day, while anger can create a chain of negativity. This knowledge empowers us to foster kindness, recognizing how simple acts of goodwill can transform our environment. A transformative perspective. By realizing the unity of all beings, we shift from seeing ourselves as separate entities to understanding our intrinsic role in the larger whole. This shift fosters compassion, diminishes prejudice, and encourages cooperation. A society aware of its interconnectedness can overcome divisions, combining efforts towards common goals like poverty alleviation and social justice. Living the wisdom. To live with this understanding is to embrace empathy and harmony. It's about being conscious that every decision contributes to the cosmic dance of life. The Mundaka Upanishad elucidates that through wisdom and awareness, we can align our intentions with this divine interconnectedness, leading to a life enriched with purpose and meaning. Transforming fear into love. The fear of isolation, a recurring human anxiety, dissolves when we realize our inherent connectedness. By embracing love and understanding, we can navigate life's complexities with courage and grace. The interconnectedness of all being, as taught in the Mundaka Upanishad, encourages us to see beyond the superficial to the heart of existence. By acknowledging our fundamental unity with all that is, we cultivate a life of peace, compassion, and immortality. The realization that we are always part of something greater, something eternal, connected by an unbreakable bond of love and light. Chapter 11. Living the Truth. Living the truth, as guided by the teachings of the Mundaka Upanishad, is a profound journey of aligning our everyday lives with the wisdom of our higher selves. It's about realizing our true nature and expressing this understanding in how we think, act, and relate to the world. This chapter serves as a practical guide for incorporating these ancient teachings into our daily existence, highlighting integrity, compassion, and awareness as cornerstones for living authentically. Embracing integrity. Integrity is living in alignment with our deepest truths and values. It requires honesty with ourselves and others. Consider a tree rooted deeply in the soil. Just as its branches extend into the world, so should our actions extend from our innermost convictions. One practical way to cultivate integrity is by reflecting on our values and assessing whether our actions are consistent with them. For example, if we value kindness but find ourselves acting harshly, we're called to adjust our behavior. Simple acts like being punctual, keeping promises, and speaking truthfully are manifestations of living with integrity. Nurturing compassion. Compassion is the understanding and love we extend to ourselves and others. It's recognizing our shared humanity and the interconnectedness of all beings. To instill compassion in daily life, start small by being patient with a coworker, attentive to a friend in need, or offering a smile to a stranger. These small acts ripple outwards, creating a more harmonious world. As the Upanishads teach, what we do for others, we essentially do for ourselves. By cultivating compassion, we not only uplift those around us, but also transcend the ego, stepping closer to self-realization. Cultivating awareness. Awareness calls for presence in each moment, living fully engaged with our environment and our emotions. The practice of mindfulness is our tool in this quest, helping us observe our thoughts and actions without judgment. For instance, when faced with an emotion like anger, instead of reacting impulsively, pause, breathe, and reflect. This simple practice expands our awareness and empowers us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting instinctively. Similarly, by appreciating the beauty in everyday moments, A sunrise, the laughter of children, the taste of a meal, we become more grounded in the experience of life itself. The practice of authenticity. To live authentically means to express who we truly are without pretense. It's about finding the courage to be vulnerable, showing our genuine selves in a world that often encourages conformity. Begin by identifying the roles and masks you wear that do not serve your true self. Are there situations where you find yourself acting just to please others? By gradually peeling away these layers, you start living more genuinely. Balance in action. Living the truth doesn't mean renouncing the world, but finding a harmonious balance between spiritual pursuits and worldly responsibilities. Like a skilled musician tuning an instrument, we must tune the different aspects of our lives, balancing career, family, and spirituality. This balance is dynamic, requiring continual adjustments and awareness. In conclusion, living the truth is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, a dance between being true to oneself and being connected to the whole. By integrating the teachings of the Mundaka Upanishad into our lives, we find a pathway to inner peace and the fulfillment of our deepest potential. May these insights guide you to walk this path with courage and joy. Chapter 12: Embracing the Journey to Immortality. As we reach the culmination of our exploration, it is essential to pause and reflect on the profound journey we have undertaken together. From awakening to knowledge, through the realms of wisdom, and finally embracing the assurance of immortality, we have traversed the timeless teachings of the Mundaka Upanishad. The journey to immortality is not a distant destination, but a continuous unfolding of understanding. It is the path where our every step, guided by perseverance and sincerity, brings us closer to self-realization. We have learned that the key to immortality lies not in escaping life's responsibilities, but in embracing them with clarity and wisdom. Immortality, as taught by the sages, is not about eternal physical life, but the realization of our eternal essence, the inner self that transcends the bounds of time and space. This realization births a profound freedom from the fear of death, allowing us to live with courage and grace. Let us revisit some of the key lessons learned. The distinction between lower and higher knowledge has guided us to seek deeper truths beyond material existence. We have discovered that true learning lies in understanding our interconnectedness with all beings, and how this understanding unravels the illusions that have kept us away from our true self. On this spiritual journey, obstacles are inevitable, yet each challenge we face is an opportunity to unveil the inner light, to transform difficulties into stepping stones toward wisdom. Like a mountain climber, we must keep our focus steadfast, aware that the climb is as crucial as reaching the summit. Remember the story of the seed, buried in the dark soil, battling its way towards the sun. Its journey mirrors our own, struggling yet growing, unseen yet inevitable. As we aspire to live these truths, we become beacons of wisdom in the everyday world. Compassion embraces our actions, understanding enlightens our interactions, and peace shapes our existence. We see the divine in others and cherish the unity in diversity, realizing that the rivers of individual lives flow into the vast ocean of universal consciousness. As our voyage into the wisdom of the Upanishads draws to a close, we are reminded that this is but a chapter in an everlasting story. Spirituality is not confined to meditation rooms or sacred texts. It is in the laughter we share, the kindness we express, and the joy in watching sunsets. It is in the mundane moments where the divine whispers the deepest secrets of immortality. With renewed vigor, let us continue this sacred journey. Let perseverance be our ally and passion our guide. As we walk this path, we are not alone. The wisdom of ages, the light of truth, and the community of fellow seekers walk with us. Together, hand in hand, we embrace this wondrous voyage, not as a race to an end, but as an exploration, ever present, ever evolving, as we unfold the eternal within us. As you close this book, let it be a beginning rather than an ending. May it inspire contemplation and action, urging you to delve deeper into the divine within. Embrace the journey. It is yours to cherish.